Hello everyone and welcome inside the Charles V. Keating Center here in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. It's the final game of round robin play here at the U15 AAA Provincial Female Championship. It's the Metro West Force Citadels and the Metro East Inferno. Here we go. A huge game here to end the round robin play. The Inferno can get into the championship game with a single point. The Citadels, on the other hand, need a victory in regulation to punch their ticket to tomorrow's championship game at 11 a.m. That is it. That is all. I've got a solid crowd in for this one. Only going to increase as the game goes on, but I'm happy to be with you here. My name's Troy Langstaff. Thank you for joining me here on the High Button Sports live stream. Excited to get going as we are underway. Inferno wearing their whites, heading left to right, and the Citadels in the blue, heading right to left. Across the line and chipped in by Cormier. In behind the goal, Ruth Millward getting the start for the Citadels. On the other side, number 31, Lily Williams. Inferno looking for an early chance here as it's carried out the far side by Rachel Hartnell. Hartnell going down, and the Inferno able to get that out into the neutral zone. Vautour will knock that up for Greenwood. Sent off the boards by the Citadels. Chipped up in the neutral zone. Vautour again up for Eisenor now. Eisenor looking for some options across at the half wall. Will ring that around the boards as it rolled along the dasher. Far corner now, fed out in front. No one home there for the Inferno. It's carried into the neutral zone, sent through by Foubert. Always Hartnell trying to work through, couldn't get it to go. Far side now, here's McCormick. Maya McCormick dumps it in. Fed up the half wall. Blackmore can't hold the zone as it's played through the neutral zone. Walter now flicks that high up off the leg, and a big collision there in the neutral zone as Poirier runs hard into Bush as Poirier slow to get up, holding her head as she heads off. Hopefully she's okay. That was a hard bump. Hard collision there. Inferno look to break out. Work through the neutral zone as Metro East looking to get a change in. Got to be careful here. McCarthy heads off. D to D, here's Bush. Bursch up for Allman, who fires that in on goal. Pass into the middle. Nice move there by Flynn. Ella Flynn plays that over to the far side. Vino, that's dangerous. Caught a deflection and almost went in on Millward. Up to the line, Nedelku can't hold it in. Now here's O'Dane. Cormier gets to it first with O'Dane reaching the stick around her. Cormier has that go off the body and continues in the offensive zone now, carried away. Sent up by Bush. O'Dane across the line, cuts into the middle, takes a shot, and that's going to be stopped by Lily Williams here. 3 minutes and 2 seconds into the first period. Citadel's now far side, trying to play that out in front was Drew Morrison. Thrown around the boards, Vautour trying to chip it in behind O'Brien. Far corner now, there's Cormier. Played through the neutral zone, O'Brien. Vautour now in a foot race for it. Vautour down the right side. Good play here by O'Brien to knock that away and feed it over to the far side for Rozong. Continue that up the wall. Now it's a foot race. Underhill back for the Inferno. Underhill will go off the boards. Through the neutral zone. Foubert swiping at it. Driscoll in there as well. Foubert able to get it down the left side. Now here's a chance. Rebound out, and that finds the back of the net. Able to poke it by Lily Williams. And the Citadels are on the board first. It's going to be Hartnell. Good start here for the Citadels, just 4 minutes and 10 seconds in. Rachel Hartnell on the far post, able to poke it through. Hartnell had a goal in the last game as well. It was a 3-2 loss to the Whitecaps, but still have an opportunity here to win their way into the final. Hartnell trying to play it out in front, backhand shot. That goes off the stick and behind the net. Poked up by Blackmore, now carried away. McCarthy trying to work it out. Hubert with an assist. Here's McCarthy now. We'll chip it in and head off on a change as Isabel Bush heads back to get it. 5 minutes into period number 1. Citadel's already out to a 1-0 lead. Almond with it, being watched by Watt. Almond carrying it around. Watt able to knock it away. Lefebvre gets it into late offside now here against the Citadels, though. That goes off a skate. Almond will get it back. Sarah Almond. Back to the point, and Bush lost it into the middle now. Carried away by Coyle. Coyle being watched by Bush and just rings it around the boards. Near side corner now. Vino in there. Flynn heading in to try and pick it up. Greenwood skating through a couple players. Couldn't get the shot off in the slot area, though, as it's skated out by Evelyn Lefebvre. She'll dump it in. Lefebvre had a goal last game in their 3-2 loss to the Whitecaps. It was Lefebvre and Hartnell scoring in that one. Greenwood down the far side. Puts it in the middle of Vautour. Will go off the wall back to the point. Held in by Blackmore. Back down the half wall. Vautour trying to keep it going down low out of the reach of Greenwood. That was down low and now carried up the far side. Robertson staying with it in the corner. Gets some help as it comes loose. Citadel player gets pushed down. That looks like it was Drew Morrison. Back on her feet. Greenwood gets it up to Vautour. Just about in on a break. Couldn't settle it down off the pass, though. Has it in the corner. Goes behind the net now. Vautour works it out. One-timer shot. Into the near side corner it goes off the stick of Eisenor. Or sorry, that was McCormick, it looks like. Back at the point. Blackmore with the shot. Goes in behind the net. There's Eisenor trying to feed it out front. In the corner now. Being worked by Robertson there. Cutting back down, McCormick. Maya McCormick with the shot. And an even better save there by Ruth Millward. 7:50 to go here in the first. Poked at, and now a chance here for the Citadels. Right down Main Street is Harley Fubert, but got caught. Backhand feed goes across on the tape of Hartnell. Back to the line now. Slap shot taken in by Bourgeois. Into the corner it goes. That gets thrown out in front. Big rebound loose. And cleared the length of the ice by the Inferno. Dangerous couple chances there for the Citadels. Looking to extend their lead. Citadel's schedule will look like this. Yesterday played 2 games, won 5-3 over the Warriors, tied the Valley Wild 1-1, and then this morning lost to the Whitecaps. So not going in the right direction, but need a big game here to turn that around. On the other side, the Inferno won 5-2 against the Whitecaps yesterday, and also yesterday shut out the Wild 3-0, and this morning tied the Metro West Force Warriors 2-2. Now into the middle it goes. Coyle. And stripped of the puck by Fubert. Back to the line and chipped around. Now a one-on-one the other way. Hartnell working in on Nedelku. Hartnell with a low shot. And Lily Williams with a good save there. These two teams combined for 3 wins yesterday, and neither of them able to get one earlier this morning. So strong performances yesterday has them both in position to move on to the championship final. Like I said earlier, the Inferno need just 1 point in the form of a tie, or you can get a couple in a win. Now down the right side, Eisenor with using her speed. Oh, what a shot by Eisenor. We're tied at 1. Ellie Eisenor, she's shown her scoring touch all tournament long and adds to it there with a beauty. Able to roof it in behind Millward down the right side. It was the side of the ice she wanted to be on. Kept it away from the defender and just launched it in the top left corner, bar down. Jenna Greenwood with the assist on the goal. And now McCarthy gets pushed hard into the boards and a penalty coming up right away. A dirty collision there. Went in awkwardly. The arm is up as the Inferno pushing and just about scoring off of that one, but McCarthy is up under her own power and heading to the bench. So, I mean, that's at least a good sight, but Isabel Bush heading to the box. The officials will gather here to see what the penalty is going to be. 2 minutes for body contact is going to be the call. So Madeline McCarthy got up pretty quickly after that. That was a very hard and awkward fall into the boards as Bush is in the box for 2 minutes or less for body contact. 6 minutes left to go in the first as the Inferno look to take their first lead of the game. Now, here it comes to Cormier. That shot goes off the shin pads of Robertson. And in behind the net. Eisenor. Cormier back to the far side. Now to the blue line. Nadelku takes a slap shot, and that's blocked. And now a shorthanded break here for Navia Robertson. Robertson in all alone, and a blocker save there by Williams, sliding to her right. A huge save there on the shorthanded breakaway by Navia Robertson. Eisenor across the line. Puts it up for Greenwood off the mark, and Robertson again has the puck on her stick. Looking to put it up the wall, put it right on the tape of Eisenor. Or rather, that was McCormick. McCormick will carry it around, and miscommunication there at the line with Underhill. McCormick now will carry it in across the line. We'll circle, do a button hook just inside. That pass across is intercepted, and now here comes Hartnell looking for a second of the game. Gets tripped up, looking to stay with it. Gets the shot off as Williams has a save. Play continues. One-timer attempt, and gonna be a tripping call coming up to Vivian Blackmore, and that was awfully close to being a clear-cut breakaway, and I was waiting for the penalty shot signal, so tripping will be the call, though. Blackmore in the box for 2 minutes or less. We're gonna have some 4-on-4 hockey for 31 seconds, and then a power play for the Citadels. So face-off coming to the right of Lily Williams. 4-on-4 hockey for 27 seconds. Both these teams have played a little bit of 4-on-4. We're both part of a tie, and that is the format if it goes to extra time. 5 minutes of 4-on-4, and then if no one scores, a tie, and that was the case. Domi trying to work her way in and around. That gets worked up the wall. Underhill has to be careful. Bouncing puck as Hartnell just about intercepted as Bush comes back onto the ice, and now a power play for a minute and a half for Metro West. Sent the length of the ice. A good play there by Domi. 3:50 to go in the first period. A huge game here to end the round robin of provincials. One more game to go after this one, and it's a championship game tomorrow. Almond will work it in. Has it on the backhand, looking for options. Still surveying, now goes back to the line. Gets it back in the corner. Almond creeping into the backhand. Nice move, backhand shot. Couple nice saves there by Williams, and Almond will fire that one, and Lily Williams with another one. A handful of saves there within the last 7 seconds. Able to shut the door. They say your best penalty killer has to be your goalie, and Williams showed why she is the best penalty killer on this team right now. Back to the line, here's Bush. Throws it across, Hartnell. Shot was blocked. Hartnell will get it back. Go down low, was intended for Foubert, but got all the way around. That goes off his stick. Almond trying to settle it down, and that's cleared the length of the ice by Thomi. Millward stops it. Leaves it for Bush. 19 seconds left to go on the penalty to Blackmore. Far side is Driscoll chasing after it. Poked up a little bit by Underhill, but the Citadels have possession, and now it's turned over and sent the length of the ice for Underhill, and that's going to do it for the penalty as Blackmore steps out of the box. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play right now, and Adelku chips that in. Eisenor down the near side corner. Icing or offside was waved off. Eisenor will cycle it down low. Hartnell will chip it around. 2.5 to go in the first period. Eisenor trying to use one hand and feed that out in front. Still with it now. Carries it through the top of the zone. Still with it, continuing to loop. That hits the side of the net, has it on the near side, played it out in front, and Vautour couldn't connect. Back to the line it comes. Cormier, high wrist shot, sails into the glass above everyone. Eisenor now will go back off the boards to the point for Nedelku. That shot is blocked by Hartnell on its way to the goal. 1:50 to go in the first period. That's sent right into the middle. A good deflection ends up on the stick of Carly Beaton for a brief moment. Dumped in. She'll head off on a change. Alicia Nedelku. Short pass for Vautour. Trying to go saucer pass back the other way. Intercepted. Inferno making a change. Here's Robertson. A little bit of room. Trying to go inside the far post, but an excellent left pad save there by Williams. Thrown around. Here's a good sight for the Inferno. Madeline McCarthy back on the ice after taking a hard hit earlier in the period. Racing back now is Walter. Off the boards for Blackmore. Blackmore looking to play it up, but into the body of O'Dane. Last minute of play in the first period. A good chip off the wall. Carried up and in across the line. Poirier still battling with it. It now has it knocked away by O'Dane. Back at the line, and that's sent in right on goal, so no icing. Millward will play it. No Inferno players in the area. 30 seconds left to go in the period. 1-1 is the score here in the first. Played into the middle. Driscoll. Maybe a last rush here in the period. Driscoll cutting to the middle. Falls to her knees. Inferno will chip it back to the line. Thrown back in by Pittman in the corner now. Just less than 10 seconds to go in the period. Got to get this on net. Hartnell will turn and fire that on net. Hits the side of the goal. 2 seconds left, and that's thrown in front by Driscoll. Easy stop for Williams. So 15 minutes gone here at the Keating Center. 1-1 is the score between the Inferno and the Citadels. We'll be back in a couple minutes for period number 2. All right, here we go. Seconds away from puck drop, period number 2 action. Inferno needing just a point to move to the championship game. Citadel's got to win in regulation. Troy Langstaff with you here on High Button Sports. It's a pleasure to have you with me for the final game of day number 2 here at the U15 AAA Provincial Female Championship. Driscoll will send that in. Back to get it is Underhill. Will feed it up the boards. Now a foot race as Driscoll looked like she was going to get there first, but Eisenhorn, not going to be a tough battle or a tough race on the far side. Eisenhorn gets it in the skates over there. Was a good initial pass there by Greenwood. Long shot. Williams able to cover that up. No one near her, so she'll play it. We'll continue here. Far side, Poirier. We'll go off the boards. Back to get it is Rozong. Inferno making a change, and smart play there by Lefebvre just to kind of knock it into the skates of those players there that were making a change. No penalty, but nevertheless, a right idea, looking to draw a call. Poirier now far side's got some room. We'll dump it into the corner. Thrown back up the wall, held in at the line. Long shot from the point, looking for a deflection. That goes wide. Near side, Cormier holding the line. We'll poke at it. McCarthy's also there, but it's picked up by McCormick. McCormick cutting into the middle. Swiping at it again, just narrowly missing. Now here on the near side, Carly Beaton. Looked like the puck might have caught a piece or went into the skates of the official. Beaton otherwise would have been down the side of the boards with lots of speed. She'll get it back right now. Ship it in. 2 minutes gone in the second period. Nedelku lost possession, skating that up. Now played up. That puck takes a hop over the stick of Morrison. Waving icing off. Near side, Rozong pinching in. Flynn will go back up the boards. Morrison trying to chip it down. Slows down off of a body. Now worked up to Coyle. Will just spin and bank it off the boards. Rozong far side for O'Brien. In the middle now, it's that sent in and offside as it's touched up by Addison Watt. Face-off control by the Citadels off the draw. Bourgeois played it up for Hartnell. And a battle for it along the boards. Bourgeois shoveling it in, and Hartnell will get it all the way. Foubert down below the goal line to try and block that pass up the far side wall. That's off a stick and slowed down in the slot. Now played up for Greenwood. Greenwood will spin away from one player for Eisenhorn. Tries to go to the backhand. That's fed out in front. Loose for a moment. Eisenhorn trying to lift the stick. Gets it back now. Will spin back to the near side. Has it along the line. Backhand feed for Walter. And tried to go into the middle and knocked down in front was Greenwood. Inferno bench calling for a penalty. Foubert now across the line. Takes a shot off the leg of Blackmore. And into the corner. There's Almond. Sarah Almond had it in the feet for a moment. That's played out in front, poking at it. Almond trying to knock it down with the stick. Carried out by Poirier, who puts it up for McCormick, dumps it in. Inferno making a change on the back end. And that goes underneath the skate of Underhill. Almond awaiting just outside the line. Needed the teammates to touch up. Here's Flynn with it. Flynn across the line, nice move. Fires a shot, goes off the stick of O'Dane and below the goal line. That shot goes wide and behind the M boards. And at the M boards as Thomi's pinching in. Got to be careful. Morrison gets around her. Now loses it in the middle. Here's Vino. Robertson fires it down low. Thomi rings it around the boards. No one on the far side for the Inferno. Glove down by Eisenor. Over for Coyle. Sends it in. Vino back to get it. Eisenor actually will come out with the out of the pile with the puck. Up in the middle for Vautour. Back to Eisenor. Trying to send that on net. Was into the skates of Vino, it looks like. 10.5 into the second period. Here come the Citadels now. Looking to start a rush. Here's Robertson down the right side. Fires a shot. Looking to go inside the far post. Right pad saved by Williams. Now in the slot, here's Foubert. That shot goes off the end boards and right back in front of Williams, who will cover up. I feel like I haven't said the goalies' names in a little while now. Neither team really getting any shots on net. It's just been a matter of possession and settling a puck down. Almost like this is a first period here and a bit of a feeling out process, but we're inching close on the midway mark of the game. One goal on the board for each team. McCormick will pick it up on the far side. McCormick trying to cut to the middle, loses it, but Poirier's there to clean it up. Poirier chips it to herself, gets hauled down, and a tripping penalty upcoming against the Citadels. Driscoll heading to the box. 2 minutes or less for tripping. Power play here for the Inferno, looking to take the lead. Citadels control off the draw. That's enough to get it out. Underhill into the middle for Poirier. Collected now by Foubert, who's got some time, is going to use that space. 30 seconds gone in the penalty to Driscoll. McCormick. A nice pass right on the tape. McCormick down low, gets pushed into the boards there by O'Brien. 3 Inferno players in the corner. They will come out with it. Worked down by Poirier. Poirier holding with it. We'll go to the line now for Underhill. Underhill across for Blackmore. Blackmore down low for McCormick. Back to the line now. Blackmore will backpedal, fake the shot. Far side, McCormick creeping in, falling down, able to get it out in front, and a couple whacks there in sight by McCarthy. But stopped by Ruth Millward. Citadels control off the draw. Carly Beaton with the short-handed break in all alone. High shot, scores! What an individual effort by Carly Beaton. And Metro West has retaken the lead. Starting to really see which team wants it more right now. Carly Beaton, what a play. Roofs it over Williams, retaking the lead, but another 30 seconds of power play time for the Inferno to get one back. Nedelku with the shot from the point. Went through a couple bodies. Rebound was there. Another shot from the point. Rebound, Eisenor near side. And getting over there was Millward with an excellent save. Blackmore at the line. Down low. Bourgeois there. Will fire right back up the boards and will clear it. And that's kicked off the skate. And that puck was certainly played by Walter. There was 6 skaters on the ice and that puck was played. That is textbook too many men on the ice. They're even now as Driscoll comes out of the box. McCormick in the corner. Driscoll will carry it out. Has enough speed to get by Poirier. Driscoll still with it. Working around the net and is now pushed off the puck by Lacey Poirier. Over to McCarthy. McCarthy will just fire it to the near side. No one there. Vino up the boards. Into center now. Back for Vino. Far side, Lefebvre now looking to cut to the middle and get around one player. It can't get it to go as that hops over the stick of McCarthy. He'll peel off. Vino now. Lots of shouting. Almost sounded like the Citadels wanted Vino to take advantage of that change. She lifted her head, but didn't see much room there as there was more skaters on the ice than maybe she had thought. 5.5 to go. Second period action between Metro East and Metro West. The Citadels. 2-1 in favor of the Citadels right now. A game that they need to win in regulation. If the Inferno get a single point, they'll move on to the championship game. Here's Coyle now, a one-on-one with Vino. Coyle both swiping at it. Coming in to collect is Flynn now down the left side. High shot, glove down by Millward, but the puck's still loose. A backhand feed to the far side. Underhill comes back over for Thomey. That shot is fired off a stick and getting a piece of it out front, banging away. An excellent tip there by Addison Watt. Had a pair of goals yesterday in game number 1. Back to the point. Sent down in by Casey Underhill, and Citadels are just going to send that all the way down the ice. Arm is up, icing's waved off, puck doesn't have the legs to get there as Underhill will get on it. 4.5 to go here in period number 2. Underhill to the far line, will get it right back as Vautour didn't like what she saw. Rozong. Nice tape-to-tape pass in for Driscoll here. Driscoll across the line will pivot. Shot wound up, and that caught a piece. Here's Driscoll near side, scores! Staying with it is Ella Driscoll. And a 2-goal lead here for the Citadels. This team has been playing really well tonight and is starting to show everyone why they were the first-ranked team there in the regular season and during the playoffs. Looking for a response. Almost eating my words there. As Ellie Eisenor went down the right side and got a shot in on Millward, who's able to hold on tightly for that one. 4 minutes exactly left here in period number 2. 3-1 is the score as Justin Bieber reigns supreme here over the Keating Center. Vautour with it, trying to feed it out in front. Picked now up by Beaton. Beaton across the line. All the way into the corner. Some good speed here by Beaton. Back to the point. Bourgeois down low. Pass was intercepted. Inferno able to chip it by. Now it's a foot race. Cormier is going to get there first. Has a player racing to the net, but Cormier had the puck knocked in between her legs there by Lauren Pittman. A nice play defensively. Allman now with it. We'll feed that across right on the tape of Carly Beaton. Beaton will give it off for Lefebvre, and a turnover now. Here's Greenwood down the left side, into the middle, wide open chance. McCarthy shoots and stopped by Millward. Couple of huge saves here in this second period by Ruth Millward. Keeping her team up by 2 right now. Work down the far side by the Citadels, played in. Odane giving chase. Working on Sadie Walter. Walter falls to her knees. Lacey Poirier will feed it around, poked at by McCormick, thrown right back in by Vino. Blackmore will put it to the near side. Odane in the corner. Walter looking to start a rush. Nice feed in the middle for McCormick. McCormick trying to work around Vino. McCormick gets it into the middle. That shot goes just wide as McCarthy was in a really good battle out in front of the net. Carried away by the Citadels. Kept on the far side by Driscoll. She'll keep going. Looking to get around Underhill. Is now put into the boards by Watt. 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Played out in front. One-timer whiffed on by Hartnell. Just missed. As that's thrown off the glass. Bit of a weak angle, but enough to get it out off the stick of McCormick. Almond has that bounce off her skate. As Foubert is right there. Now pass to the far side. Hartnell into the middle for Almond on the backhand shot. Stopped by Williams. And behind the goal now, poked out in front and cleared to the far side. Citadel still with it, and a good pad save by Williams, although it may have looked like it was going wide. A shot block here by Addison Watt. Flynn coming in, and Metro West able to hold the zone for a second there. Thomey now will hold on. Look to fire that, and a turnover force here. Delayed offside right now. Beaton able to carry it across. Shot goes wide, almost coming out on the near side for Lefebvre. Eisenhort, far side. 1 minute to go in the first period, or sorry, second period. Vautour has her stick tied up as it's worked into the corner. O'Brien centering feed goes off his stick into the near side boards. Back at the point, Rozong dumps that in. Underhill will feed that in the middle. Coyle was calling for it, able to knock it down, but by then there were two Citadel, well, both Citadel defenders were back. Thomey drives Robertson into the boards. Coming in to help out is Morrison. Eisenhort far side, 15 seconds left to go in the period. Goes in between the legs of Greenwood. Thrown up by Bourgeois. Here's Morrison cutting into the middle, stick lifted by Eisenhort, 10 seconds left to go. That pass was intended for Greenwood, but she was cutting well into the center, and Bourgeois told to just keep it. And the buzzer will sound here on period number 2. 30 minutes have been played, and it is the Metro West Force Citadels with a 3-1 lead over the Metro East Inferno, who is going to the championship final to take on the host Quad County Whitecaps. It will be decided after 3 periods have been played. But for now, we'll head to the intermission, and you're watching the U15 AAA Provincial Female Championships on High Button Sports. All right, folks, here we go. Underway in the final frame as the Metro West Force Citadels lead the Metro East Inferno 3-1. Citadels need a victory here in regulation to move on. The Inferno need just a point. Maybe you're getting a good rush here as Eisenhower fires a shot and denied by Ruth Millward, who has had an excellent game so far. We are in store for a very exciting third period. Troy Langstaff with you here, as always, on the High Button Sports live stream coverage of the U15 AAA Provincial Female Championships from the Charles V. Keating Center here in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. Eisenhower holding that puck in the zone for a brief moment. Got to clear the zone before touching up. We'll wait. Puck hopping through center. There's Eisenhower. And across the line as both Citadel players take a spill now as they slide into the corner on the fresh ice. Near side, played out in front as McCarthy comes in to try and get that one out. And a long shot from the point sails high over everyone and into the boards. Nadelku's shot, not much on it, kind of whiffed on it. That fresh ice puck rolled quite quickly off the blade of her stick. And just a point in on McCarthy there, who's out right now for the Inferno. Madeline McCarthy took a hard bump earlier in the game, and it was Isabel Bush was penalized for the hit, and McCarthy a bit slow to get off the ice, but back out here, which is a good sight to see. Just about getting an assist there, but unable to bang it home out front was Lacey Poirier. There's Poirier swiping at that one, just out of a reach as Foubert tries to carry it in. Hartnell will slap it in around the boards. Underhill near side. Kept in by Pittman as Hartnell heads over to retrieve. Lane in the middle, Foubert cutting. Driscoll trying to come back and clean that up as Driscoll has one goal tonight, as does Hartnell. Carly Beaton with the third for the Citadels, not necessarily in the order of how they were scored, just those three players that have the goals. And then the lone one for the Inferno off the stick of Ellie Eisenhower. Pittman able to keep it in. Goes past Foubert off the boards. Pittman again playing it in. Out of the reach of Foubert. Underhill off the glass, and McCarthy able to get it out. Almond plays it back. Comes over to the near side now. Bounces off the wall. No one really close to it. Now pass to the far line. Chipped in by Carly Beaton. 2.5 minutes into the third period. Almond creeping down the left side. Centering pass intercepted by Flynn. Picked up by Watt. Addison Watt into the middle. Good pass. Didn't quite make it to Coyle, though, as Bush stepped up to get a stick on it. Thomey now passes that up for Watt. Again, Bush stepping up, and that'll get across the line, and catching a piece of it was Almond. So offside called here against the Metro West Force Citadels. That gets thrown in by Bush. Blackmore with a feed into the middle here. Eisenhower to the far side, a little bit too far for Greenwood there. Vino back to get it for Metro West. Play it up the wall, Lefebvre racing after it. Walter getting a stick on it first. Now that goes across, Beaton has it knocked away. Eisenhower trickled in behind her. Back inside the Inferno line, Blackmore playing it up for Vautour. Eisenhower, and offside called here against Metro East. So here's the standings as it is right now. The Whitecaps in first with 6 points, 3-1-0. In second place are the Inferno with 5 points. And then in a tie for third, we'll get back to that. O'Dane down the left side, cutting into the middle, pushes it too far. But tied for third are the Citadels and the Valley Wild. Wild are out of it. They've already played their final game. So the Citadels need 2 points in regulation, because if we go to overtime, that means the Inferno get a single point. They'll move up to 6, and the most the Citadels can get up to is 5. So That's what it is. Inferno needs a single point. Citadels need a win in regulation. The winner will move on to play the Quad County Whitecaps in a championship final tomorrow at 11. McCormick across the line. That shot was slowed down by a stick. That's played out in front. Poked at by McCarthy. Near side post whacked at by Lacey Poirier. And that's just going to be iced by O'Dane. 10:25 to go. Far boards it goes. Pinching in off the line is Walter. Played back around. Here's Blackmore now. Into the corner it goes. Played around into the far corner. O'Brien chasing after it. And there is Ella Flynn out in front. Metro East unable to capitalize on that opportunity. Hartnell now down the left side. Played up the wall, Pittman. Backing up into the neutral zone, will fire it off the glass and back into the Inferno zone. Here's Blackmore. Inferno making a change. Just shoveled into the zone by Megan Coyle. 9.5 to go. Here's Almond. Just about caught there by Vautour. Thrown up to the Inferno line. Taken down. It was Cormier, got hauled down there in front of the Citadel bench. That gets played up the boards. Cormier, long shot from the point, that finds the back of the net. Maybe a screen in front. It definitely didn't catch a deflection off of anyone, but a huge goal there, a seeing eye shot by Bria Cormier. And the Inferno are within one. So a big goal there by Cormier, and now it's just a 1-goal deficit with lots of time remaining, 9:07 to be exact. And the momentum now slightly in favor of the Inferno. That gets chipped around as two Inferno players collide, but it heads far enough into the zone that it's no harm for Metro East. Jenna Greenwood with the lone assist as the Citadels are looking to get it right back as it's drove out in front by Carly Beaton, whose shot is stopped by Williams. So the Citadels, Metro West Forest Citadels, came into the provincial championship after finishing first during the regular season, 14-2-5. On the year, and then during the playoffs played everyone in the league once, went 4-1-1, again finished on top of the leaderboard. And the other side, the Inferno, finished 4th during the regular season and 4th during playoffs, so I guess would be considered an upset if the Inferno were to win this one. But this is my first time seeing all these teams here at Provincials, the first time getting to call these games, and this is so even across the board. Anyone could win this game if you were to come in to this one and say which two of these two teams finished first and which finished 4th. I would have thought you were crazy saying that they were that far apart. There's an 8-point difference too, and they only played 21 games. I've been very impressed with the play this weekend and would be more than happy to come back and call this level again. Here's Hartnell across the line, will shoot. Williams with the initial stop. Picked up on the near side by Driscoll, gets worked into the boards by Blackmore and Eisenor, both of whom are still below the goal line now. Pinching in on the far line was Rozong. Worked up the near side. Vautour looking to shovel it out. Whiffs on it though. Foubert in there with O'Brien, and that's played to the far side. Just off the mark of Greenwood. Foubert with it. Vautour, far side, out of the reach of Eisenor. Icing waved off. Is that got a full line change in? 5 fresh skaters out here for Metro East. 7 minutes left to go in the third as Metro East down by 1 still. Almond will pull it into the middle. Backhand shot, far post now. Lefebvre stopped by Williams. Sent around the boards. Pittman being told to shoot. She fires it on goal. Caught a piece of the stick on Nedelku and went in behind. Around the far boards. Beaton runs into an Inferno player, but still able to get the puck down low. Citadel still with it. Almond will poke it down low. Collected by Lefebvre out in the middle. And intercepted by the Inferno. Now with chances. That one's denied by Williams. Shot from the point, blocked. Diving in front of that one was Sadie Walter. Oh, sorry, Cormier that was. Poirier cutting into the middle, still with the puck. Now she'll take a shot. That goes in behind the net. 6 minutes left to go in the third. In for an exciting finish as McCormick ties up. That looks like Pittman. It is, as McCarthy will throw that in the zone. Flynn's going to win the race to the puck in the far corner. Played off the boards for Coyle. Flynn reaching after it. The Citadels will come away. Here's O'Dane down the left side now. We'll put her back to Underhill and dump it in. Robertson down low. Here's Flynn looking to push it up the boards with one hand. O'Dane takes a fall. Underhill up the boards. Bush with the shot. Stopped in front. Backhand chance. Initial stop made by Williams. That gets chipped up. Here's Bush with another slap shot from the point. Skimmed off the leg of Flynn and was slightly redirected, but not much movement there for Williams that she had to make on that save. Here's Addison Watt. Chips it up the boards. Vino gonna skate as both teams are making some changes. Vino done that a lot this game. That one goes wide. Just looking up and taking advantage of the open ice. That one's gonna go. The arm is up for icing. It's waved off as McCormick is tried to get around O'Brien. The Inferno bench wanting a penalty for interference. They're not gonna get one. Back to the point it comes. That shot gets fired and goes in between some skates. Sadie Walter sending that in from the point. 4.5 to go in the third. Hartnell now across the line. Has some support heading towards the net as Walter takes out Driscoll in front. Below the goal line. Hartnell will spin and fire a shot on net. That goes in between some skates and into the near side corner now. Foubert. 4 minutes left to go. Driscoll trying to send a backhand deeper into the corner. Citadels do not mind killing some time here. And it's Metro East that has to get the puck out and has to get the puck moved up ice. Far boards now, McCormick will feed that in the middle, intercepted by Driscoll. McCormick now on her own side, a center, and flicks it up. Icing waved off. Rozong, I guess, could have played that with the hand. She swiped at it with her stick. Would have been a high sticking, but that's why icing was waved off. Haven't seen a whistle in quite some time. Flynn now across the line. To the far side it goes. Poirier stopping up. Flynn into support, played out in front. I was looking for McCormick. Cormier holds it in. Thrown on net. Stopped up, backhand shot, and Millward with an easy save. 2:58 left to go here in the third period. 3-2 is the score in favor of the Citadels over Metro East. The Citadels need a regulation win. Inferno just need a point. Back to the line it comes. Shot taken in on Millward. We'll glove that down, and we'll try it again here from the right side. Millward's right. Off the draw, bit of a scramble play. Everyone tying each other up, and all they got to use is their feet. Thrown in by O'Dane. Around the boards it goes. Watt. Nedelku, rather, playing it over. Now up for Greenwood, out of her reach. Held in by O'Dane. As Greenwood gets knocked over, trying to race for that puck, and again the Inferno bench wanting a call that they're not going to get. That gets dumped in. Cormier back to get it. Both teams making a couple changes. Right on the tape of McCormick. McCormick looking for some options. Will skate it right through the middle. Maya McCormick down the left side. Will drop it. Cutting into the middle. High shot blocker save there by Millward. On the attempt by Eisenor. Back to the point. Thomey will feed that in below the goal line. Less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Bush just pinning it up against the boards. Wanting to kill off some time. There's still 2 minutes left to go. Thomey has that reach over her head, and now it's a foot race. Underhill with Hartnell. Below the goal line it goes. Thomey gets back. A high pass up for McCarthy. Arm is up for icing and again waved off. 1:30 left to go. We've seen like 3 whistles here in this first period. It's wild. That gets played in the middle. McCarthy on the backhand. That did not miss by much. It was sliding along the ice, but like I said, was awfully close to that right post. Cormier across. Into the corner it goes. Out of the net is Williams, so a 6-on-5 here with 1:02 left to go. Back to the point. Cormier with the long shot. That goes into a body. It's blocked. Thrown the length of the ice, but not going to be close as Hartnell was looking for the open net and her second of the game, but icing's going to be the call, and maybe we'll see a timeout here. Actually, I believe one of these teams already took their timeout earlier in this game. It might have been Metro East. Okay, no, they didn't, but now they'll take it, so Metro East Inferno taking a timeout here with 54.1 seconds to go. This is how the goals have gone so far tonight. About 4.5 minutes in, it was Rachel Hartnell getting the Citadels on the board first. Ellie Eisenor responded about 4 minutes later, 1-1 into the second intermission. And then a pair of goals in the middle frame for Metro West, Carly Beaton and Ella Driscoll. Beaton's goal was short-handed, bar down past Williams. And then here in this third period, about 8 minutes ago, Bria Cormier bringing the Inferno within 1, and that is where we stand. 3-2 is the score. Inferno need a goal to get to the championship game. And the Citadels need to survive these next 50 seconds. Far boards, Eisenor. Trying to work down low. Good battle for the puck again. 6-on-5 here for Metro East as Williams is on the bench. Citadel's able to get it out. Lefebvre at the line. It comes out, throwing it at the length of the ice and out of the reach of Cormier. So an icing here against the Citadels, and the coaching staff not happy with that one, but it was tough to tell whether Cormier got a piece of it at center. And if she didn't, I mean, that is icing. I know they wave those off during the game from time to time, but with 33 seconds, maybe not. 30 seconds left to go. Inferno win the draw. Nedelku able to keep it in, but not get it very deep. Citadels likely just need to clear it one more time. 20 seconds left. McCarthy in the slot. That shot is blocked. Now back to the line. Here's Cormier. He's got a shooting lane. Goes well wide. Chance out in front. Flicked, and Millward with an excellent save there in tight with 12.6 seconds to go. And now a timeout being taken by Metro West. We will have our championship game set in 12.6 seconds, regardless of if the Inferno can score or not. Inferno coming to the game with a 2-0-1 record. If the Citadels can pull out a victory, they'd move to 2-1-1. The Inferno would drop to 2-1-1, but of course the Citadels would have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So that's what we face right now here with a handful of seconds left to go. Of course, Williams still on the bench. Got to win the face-off here first. 3 players on the right side of Eisenor. The puck is popped right up and trickles in on Millward, and that'll kill off 3.5 seconds. Face-off one back here by the Citadels is actually collected by Eisenor. That goes through the slot, and it looks like it's going to be carried out by Beaton, who fires it at the empty net. It doesn't matter. It misses, and the Citadels will take a 3-2 victory over the Metro East Inferno. And our championship game tomorrow at 11 a.m. is going to be the Quad County Whitecaps against the Metro West Force Citadels. We'll see handshakes and then the player of the game ceremony. Championship game is going to be between the Citadels, 14-2-5, first place during the regular season, against the Quad County Whitecaps, 14-5-2, second during the regular season. Game-winning goal off the stick of Ella Driscoll there in that second period. So
MVP for the Inferno goes to number 2,
Maya McCormick, the player of the game for the Inferno.
And for Metro West, the MVP, number 12, Sarah Almond.
And it's going to be the captain, Sarah Almond, the player of the game for Metro West. All right, so 3-2 the final in favor of the Citadels over the Inferno. They'll be in the championship game tomorrow, taking on the Quad County Whitecaps. Thanks for joining us here at the Charles V. Keating Center. We are through 10 round-robin games, just 1 game to go tomorrow at 11. My name's Troy Langstaff. Thanks for joining me here on the High Button Sports live stream coverage of the U15 AAA Provincial Female Championships. Be sure to join us tomorrow.